Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. We begin tonight in Yellowknife, where getting same-day medical care can mean lining up before the doors even open. People needing urgent treatment or lab work have just two options often: waiting for a same-day appointment at the primary care clinic or head to the emergency department at Stanton Hospital. For some, the long lines are a sign of a healthcare system under strain. Others say they're grateful the service is available at all. The CBC's Luke Carroll spent 3 mornings last week speaking with people who are in line for both the same-day appointments and laboratory services. And he joins me now to talk about what he heard. So, Luke, what kinds of things were people in line for?
So, Megan, mostly it was people there for urgent care, which is really what this service is for, according to the health authority. So one of the people I spoke with was Julie Lewis.
Oh, I think I just came out from a site. I was at the Ketchiquay mine, and I think the medic thinks I fractured a rib, so I'm in extreme pain.
Lewis says she's in line to ensure she sees a doctor and that she hasn't had good experiences in the emergency department, and she wasn't alone in that.
Yeah, I think more can be done because when you come for a same-day appointment and you don't get called in, it's like you have no other options. And if it's a really critical issue, you go to the emergency and you would have to wait. Sunday, I went to emergency. I went there at 4 a.m. I was called at 8 a.m. So it's not the best.
Jamira did get an appointment, but she was in line nearly 50 minutes before the door opened.
And can you tell us, Luke, why people are lining up so early and why they don't just call, for example?
So you can call in to book a same-day appointment, but getting through is a different story. I called the phone line myself, and this message might sound familiar to anyone who's tried.
Speak with a program assistant or book an appointment. Press 4. To reach team, we are currently experiencing a high volume of calls and are unable to take your call at this time. Your call is important to us, so please try calling back in a few minutes.
And that was what I heard from others, that calling wasn't an option and that they needed to show up in person. Now, it's worth noting that each day I was there, I didn't see anyone get turned away at the door. And I reached out to the health authority about the capacity for appointments. There are a limited number of same-day appointments, but it ranges from 20 to 30 depending on the day. And the number of people who get turned away each day varies, but it's typically fewer than 10 and sometimes 0. And obviously there was some frustration from people in line who had to be there in person so early, often, an hour before the doors opened. But there were others who have lived in larger cities in the south that say Yellowknife is lucky to have this service, that they didn't have access to something like this in, say, Vancouver. Now, actually comparing the services in the south to what Yellowknife has is tricky. Walk-in clinics exist in most other jurisdictions, but access to them differs in urban and rural areas. Urban areas often have more options, but they also often have longer wait times.
And I understand that most of the people that you caught in your video waiting were there for laboratory services. So tell me about those services and the capacity for them.
That's right, Megan. So the vast majority of those in line were there for same-day laboratory services. So this can include blood work, urine samples, transfusions, among other things. It's the exact same deal as the same-day doctor appointments. Show up early for an appointment. And the sentiment was also fairly similar. I spoke with one man who lives on the Ingram Trail and woke up at 5:30 a.m. to ensure he was first in line at 6:30 a.m. He was frustrated. But then there were others who didn't have a real issue with it.
So I got to get blood work every 2 weeks. So this is probably the shortest time I've seen in line. I don't know, maybe because it's summer. I don't know, almost end of summer, people are out of town or not. But it do go pretty quick once you get in.
Now, the territory is in the process of trying to meet the demand for laboratory services. In the last NWT budget, $3.1 million was earmarked to create 24/7 laboratory and diagnostic services at Stanton. The spokesperson for the NTHSSA says already this investment has doubled the number of collections from 70 a day to over 120 a day. But they're still trying to fill all the positions required to get that 24-hour service up and running, Megan.
Okay, thanks for all your work on this, Luke.
Thanks for having me.
From healthcare to housing, many people across the north are struggling to access essential services. In Nunavut, the housing shortage continues to affect thousands of families. One woman in Talojoac says she's waited 20 years for public housing and is running out of hope. Samuel Watt has her story.
There's plenty of space at this park in Yellowknife, and it's a much-needed break for Karen Nanook. For the past 2 decades, she's been living in her elderly parents' home in the hamlet of Talojoac, sharing a bedroom with her adult daughter.
It's like living in a box with a tiny little room.
All that time, she's been on the public housing wait list. She says it's taken a toll on everyone in the family's crowded house. She doesn't bother to keep her application up to date anymore.
What's the use in trying when nothing's being changed?
That reality is not lost on the community's MLA and Nunavut Housing Corporation Minister Cecile Nalvana-Lyle. There are 3,700 Nunavummiut waiting for public housing, and almost all of the territory's nearly 6,000 units are full.
And I think there's nowhere else in Canada where you would see that a majority of the housing stock is public housing or social housing.
60% of Nunavummiut rely on public housing. Of that, nearly half are in overcrowded units, according to a 2025 Auditor General of Canada report. The audit also found the Housing Corporation failed to track whether those most in need are the ones getting housing. Lyle says there's a new online system in the works that could change that.
And I think through partnerships with Inuit organizations and the federal government, we can look at filling in some of those gaps along the housing continuum.
But Nanook wonders if that's enough to help her or her daughter.
She has so much potential in her future. I want what's best for my child.
And what's best for her child, she says, is a home with space for her to grow. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
As we first told you last night, the Arctic Winter Games are back on the calendar. After uncertainty about the event's future, the International Committee has announced the 2028 Games will be held in Alaska. The CBC's Mahnor Mubarak has more.
In 2028, it's game on. The Arctic Winter Games are back on track for its traditional 2-year cycle. It's a development being welcomed after the Games Committee announced it would take place every 3 years because of what they said were scheduling difficulties and no suitable host city emerging. But 2028 will see the Games held in Fairbanks, Alaska. John Rhoda with the Games Committee said Fairbanks was chosen because it has venues and volunteers to run the much-anticipated event, and he's thrilled coaches and athletes can compete in the 2-year schedule once more.
Going back to the 2 years, people plan accordingly. They have planned for decades around that schedule. Now we're back on track.
Scott Schutz is Executive Director for NU Sport Federation, a nonprofit that supports territorial sport organizations. He says the return to the 2-year cycle is good news for athletes. That's because they compete in age brackets, and some were afraid the 3-year cycle would not allow them to participate anymore.
Some of those athletes that thought they weren't going to have a chance now have a chance. So I think, everyone's excited about that.
As for Alaska's Chef de Mission, a key organizer of the Games, she says there's building excitement in the host city.
Rumors have been circulating for a while, and nothing was for sure till yesterday. And now it's just kind of this explosion of, all right, now we can start preparing, now we can start getting ready.
The Games Committee said more details about the big event will be released in coming weeks. Mahnor Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
The company that owns Yellowknife's 2 Your Independent Grocer stores says it's making changes after customers complained online about spoiled food and products past their best before dates. The company says it's improving how products are checked and rotated. Yumna Iftikhar reports.
Loblaw says customers who are unhappy with the quality of produce are encouraged to return it for a refund or an exchange. The response comes after social media posts showed food items that were past their best before dates. Commenters also complained about buying food that seemed to spoil. The Northwest Territory's Chief Environmental Health Officer says it's not against the law to sell products after their best before dates.
Yes, stores are allowed to sell products, especially the food products, beyond best before date. And as I said, those are mostly to do with quality and texture of the food, not necessarily to do with the safety of the foods. Whereas expiry dates, those are not allowed to sell beyond the expiry date.
He said they had a lot of produce.
Food Rescue Yellowknife says many people confuse best before dates with expiry dates, leading to unnecessary food waste. The nonprofit collects surplus and slightly bruised foods from grocery stores and distributes it to community organizations. A board member says best before dates are only a guideline, and shoppers should check a product's smell, texture, and overall condition. Some Yellowknife residents have their own way of making sure the food is still fresh.
I look at them, obviously, first. I do check the sell-by date, and then produce I will gently squish and smell.
I either pickle them or cook them off and freeze them or eat them.
Food Rescue Yellowknife says it's especially critical to reduce food waste in the north, where food travels long distances and food costs are some of the highest in the country. Yumna Tkar, CBC News, Yellowknife.
While food quality is one concern, food affordability remains an even bigger challenge in the north. The federal government says it plans to change the Nutrition North program, which has long faced criticism for failing to tackle food insecurity in Nunavut. But as Artie Sarkisian tells us, it's still unclear what those changes will look like.
The prices have gone over the roof, crazy.
I try not to pay too much attention, otherwise I wouldn't buy anything.
It's gone ridiculous.
Just some of the reactions Iqaluit shoppers had walking out of a grocery store this morning. And with over half of Nunavummiut living in food-insecure households, astronomical prices are particularly hard to swallow.
Some of the poorest people in our country are paying the highest amount for food, and so we have to look at that.
Rebecca Chartrong is the Federal Minister of Northern Affairs. Her department is working on a revamp of Nutrition North. It's a federal program that subsidizes groceries in 124 communities across the Arctic. It was introduced in 2011, but has faced scrutiny practically since day one. Now the federal government is planning to reform it in the fall, but what will it look like? Well, Chartrong had few details.
Our goal is to make the program more responsive. We want it to be more effective. We want it to reduce the cost of food.
Joseph Murdoch Flowers is the executive director of Kajutarvik Community Food Center in Iqaluit. The center is breaking their own records for meals served month after month. To him, that's a sign that Nutrition North has failed.
Nutrition North to me seems to be a program that's designed to increase our reliance on a southern food diet.
Murdoch Flowers says the federal government should refocus their programs to make foods that Inuit actually want to eat more available. Caribou, seal, and other types of country food. That, he believes, would bring real food security to the Arctic. Artie Sarkisian, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Food security isn't just a northern issue. Around the world, experts warn that a hotter climate is putting crops and food supplies at risk. This summer's intense heat is fueling wildfires across Canada, the U.S., and Europe. And an expected El Niño in 2027 could make conditions even worse. The United Nations says next year's El Niño could lead to severe drought in parts of Africa, Central America, and the Caribbean, and severe monsoons in South and Southeast Asia. The World Food Program says it could push an additional 49 million people into acute food insecurity because of the impact on agriculture. It wants governments and aid agencies to start preparing for that possibility now. An El Niño is the unusual warming of surface water in the Pacific Ocean that alters global weather. Most forecasts suggest next year's will be the strongest in history. As Canada ramps up its focus on Arctic defense, some Yukoners say they're seeing more military aircraft overhead. But is that really the case? The CBC's Dana Hatherley looks at what we know and what we don't.
U.S. fighter jets flying over a children's festival in June, parachuters dropping from a Royal Canadian Air Force plane above Whitehorse last week, and a U.S. Navy P-8 Poseidon looping above the Capitol in recent days. Stefan Watkins is a research consultant. He uses publicly available information to track flights.
I can't see any change because it's just a black hole.
I can see peripherally around Whitehorse, around Yukon, I can see aircraft flying north from Vancouver. I can see aircraft flying west from Anchorage, but around Whitehorse, around Dawson City, I don't see anything.
That's because Watkins says not every military flight broadcasts its coordinates, making them difficult to count. Whitehorse's International Airport is used for pit stops, diversions, training, search and rescue. But Simon Blakesley doesn't think there are more military flights.
The sound and the frequency of military aircraft may be unsettling for some people, but to my knowledge and to my awareness, Whitehorse is that strategic stop that aircraft do need to stop here for fuel, for a rest break, etc. There's also the economic implications too.
The Whitehorse Airport manager says it's not unusual for military aircraft to stop in other places like Watson Lake, Prince George, Kamloops, Kelowna, Calgary, and Edmonton. A public affairs officer with the One Canadian Air Division also says aircraft also transit to Inuvik, Iqaluit, and Alaska. In a statement, Captain Raylan Luxinger says military aircraft from Canada and the U.S. have standing authorization to train and transit into each other's airspace. She couldn't provide the number or frequency of flights passing through the territory. But Watkins, the flight tracker, says military planes and helicopters are definitely being counted. He thinks it's information that should be made public.
And I think it's in Canadians' interest to know that sort of thing. NORAD obviously knows, NAV Canada knows, but they aren't going to tell us. So we have to feed ourselves and learn to fish.
He also says if more Yukoners set up radio receivers to track military flights, there would be more data publicly available in the Yukon. Dana Hatherley, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Legendary Canadian broadcaster Lloyd Robertson has died. Known for being both authoritative and unflappable on air, he spent many years as an anchor for flagship news programs at the CBC and CTV. Susan Ormiston looks at his life and legacy.
Tonight's stories come from Washington, Sicily, Apollo 12.
It was the voice that caught the ear in the early days of TV news.
Good evening. Lloyd Robertson for CBC News.
His baritone delivery a steady soundtrack for some of the biggest stories of our times, like the first man on the moon in 1969.
I'm pinching myself because here I am, a little kid from Stratford, in the center of things.
Lloyd Robertson got his start in private radio, then joined CBC TV in the mid-1950s, when staff announcers wore many hats.
Right now, it's your vacation time.
Roles in Vacation Time and Mr. Fix-It.
Take your pick. Which one is the Mona Lisa?
Everybody did everything, news, sports, weather, jazz shows, whatever.
Everything is in readiness here.
But news became his passion.
For the first time, a satellite over the Indian Ocean is being used.
As TV went from black and white to color, so did Lloyd. By the 1970s, Robertson was CBC's main news anchor.
Good evening.
Guiding Canadians through tense moments like the FLQ crisis.
Canadians are mourning the death of Pierre Laporte at the hands of political assassins.
Greeting royals.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
And marking moments in political history.
Richard Milhouse Nixon, the President of the United States, will address the American people. That's the news.
Robertson was a fixture in Canadians' lives on CBC until 1976, when at 42 years old, he jumped ship. Joining CTV, first as co-anchor with Harvey Kirk,
The CTV National
and then chief anchor for 3 decades.
Good evening. U.S. President Ronald Reagan has...
Shepherding viewers through some of the biggest crises in history. At home, a popular celebrity who covered 14 federal elections, as familiar to Canadians as the prime ministers he interviewed.
I'm not quitting before you.
Okay, that's the deal.
Jean Chrétien left his post long before Robertson, who announced he would leave CTV's anchor chair in 2011, turning it over to Lisa Laflamme, but staying on as a special correspondent for W5.
He has gained public trust for his integrity.
Robertson was awarded an Order of Canada,
the degree of Doctor of Laws,
multiple honorary degrees, and from his colleagues, the prestigious Gordon Sinclair Award. A special moment for the consummate professional.
And so we come to the end, and it couldn't
Who's
happen
now
at a more fitting
delivered
time
his
than the
final
beginning of September
signature
2021.
sign-off to Canada.
And that's the kind of day it's been for all of us at CTV News. Good night.
One of the world's best preserved baby mammoths is one step closer to coming home. 4 years after Nunchoga was discovered near Dawson City, the Chondakwachin First Nation is planning for its return as preservation work continues in Ottawa. Chris McIntyre reports.
I'm standing in front of a giant woolly mammoth here in Dawson City. Now, of course it's not a real one, but its presence here is a constant reminder of a major discovery back in 2022.
After being kept on ice for 2 years, Nunchoga was sent to Ottawa. It's being freeze-dried there at the Canadian Conservation Institute. It'll be sent back to Dawson after, but that won't be anytime soon. Ty Steiner is the Chondakwachin Heritage Officer. He says the process is taking some time due to the unique circumstances.
So, as with these ancient beings that are found in permafrost, when they're brought back to the surface, totally different environment than they would have been in thousands of years ago, so they really start to kind of break down quite quickly, and so she's undergoing that treatment. We work really closely with CCI, Canada Conservation Institute, and you know they're incredible at what they do, but they're also honest in saying we've never actually done this before, not with a woolly mammoth at least.
CBC News contacted the Canadian Conservation Institute to learn more about the process of preserving something like a baby woolly mammoth, but hasn't heard back yet. Steiner says a Nunchoga Stewardship Committee is receiving regular updates about the preservation process. The committee is made up of Chondakwachin elders and a youth representative. It's holding monthly discussions about what should happen when Nunchoga comes home.
There's an uncertain timeline with how long the treatment's going to take, the conservation. So as that's playing out, we continue to have these conversations about what does it mean to bring her home, what will that journey look like, and what will it look like for the future.
Construction of a heritage complex is currently underway. Once completed, it will be one of the biggest buildings in town. The Nunchoga Stewardship Committee is discussing whether the preserved baby mammoth should be stored here once it's returned to Dawson, and if so, whether it will be on display for the public to see. Grant Zazula is a paleontologist with the Yukon government. He says Nunchoga's 2022 discovery still creates excitement throughout the country and the scientific world.
In so many ways, Nunchoga is changing lives. Where in the past, it was largely driven by kind of Western scientific principles of learning, studying this and analyzing that. And now, since Nunchoga, we've seen how much this animal has impacted the community here, impacted everybody who's been around Nunchoga. And the best part of what's happening is that everybody's taking it really slow, because this is a really important responsibility for Chondakwachin to have this frozen baby mammoth that's 36,000 years old. There's no other community in Canada or North America that has that gift.
Zazula, Steiner, and everyone we spoke to about Nunchoga says there's no rushing this process. It's going to happen when it happens. What really matters is that Nunchoga will eventually come home to the land it once walked on. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
As they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. Aspiring filmmakers in the Inuit Broadcasting Corporation's 2-month media studies program celebrated their work with a premiere to showcase their projects. Their 14 short films screened at Iqaluit's Astro Theatre on Friday.
Kinesi and Isaac Partridge.
Akinisi Silapik Partridge from Nunavik is an artist specializing in printmaking. She says growing up, she really wanted to see stronger representation for her culture in media.
Especially as an Inuk person who was living in the South, everything that I watched on TV didn't reflect me. So instead of looking for that representation, I feel like now with filmmaking, I can create that by myself and with my community.
She worked with her twin brother, Isaac Iyitsiak, with Partridge shooting their short about printmaking. Partridge said she wants to expand her artistic platform to filmmaking. 17 students from across Inuit Nunangat participated in the program. And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.